Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is episode 27 of this motorcycle trailer camper conversion project. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So if you guys have been following this episode, you would know that last episode we did say that hopefully that it would just take a few more hours before we can actually head out. And today is that day. However, I was thinking we ended up finishing the, whatever we need to do, like set everything up. We ended up doing that pretty late, and so we decide that it's probably better to head out tomorrow instead. But I suggested that even though we're not heading out tonight, that he should take it out for a test run. So when we did, we noticed that, of course, the wheel clearance has gotten really, really bad. It's actually touching the fender because now the trailer is heavier with the bikes inside and the dogs inside. And Kyle is thinking that he can actually just lift the, put more clearance on it. And we'll see if his fast fix would work. How's it going there?
Good. I would like to show you something. And that is the results of our first test drive. It's a balded out center strip.
Yeah,
we heard squeaking and saw sparks and smelled burning and realized that as we worried about all along, I had mounted these fenders just a little bit too low, and this trailer spring pack is just a little bit ill-equipped, and the two combined together resulted in a center strip touching metal fender. Thankfully we were able to limp it home without blowing any of the tires, so now I am just working on taking apart this fender, which was extremely securely put together, and I'm going to measure up probably 2 or 3 inches from every part of this, and then just redraw the line 2 or 3 inches up.
I would do more the better, even 4 inches.
Yeah, exactly, because we're gonna put a better axle and bigger tires on this anyway. So, yeah, probably 3 or 4 inches.
So this is what we end up doing, just cutting a bigger size so that the wheel doesn't hit the fender at all. Of course, we don't have time to install the fender because we want to spend some time actually using the camper, and legally you need mud flaps apparently here in California. That's what Kyle said. So he installed welcome mats. These are actually house welcome mats that's been transformed into a mud flap. So we're actually gonna go head out today with this camper, and you guys will see what's up. Whether we're successful or not, I guess we'll find out. Okay, so we made it to camp. Actually really late because unlike moto camping, there's no speed at all with the trailer, and this is our first time taking it out. And as we've mentioned before, this is the stock axle, and with 2 bikes and the dogs, etc., all this stuff, it's basically like pretty much a camper. We're not that confident in speeding a lot and all this stuff, even like not speeding illegally, but like just being speed limit at the minimum. I think we rode like 50 miles per hour like the whole time. We can't go any faster because we don't have upgraded axles and the tires are still small. Although we didn't encounter any problems, we just don't want to encounter any. So we played it safe, and the entire way, I think was 200 miles to get here. It's about 200 miles, and no issues, and the dogs did fine. Everything inside the camper stayed intact, nothing shook off or fell over or whatnot. And it took us actually over 30 minutes to set up, but because this is our first time, we're trying to figure out how to make it more streamlined. So
It'll be less next time.
Yeah, Kyle is still working on it, but I figured I'd update you guys now because I'm so tired. After this, I think we're just gonna head to bed. There's actually a lot of stars outside, and once we're set up, we're gonna turn the lights off so we can take pictures. I don't have a DSLR, but I can try to attempt doing night shots with the GoPro, and if they're okay enough, I'll show them to you guys. I don't know if you'll be able to see the dogs. Let me see if I can shine a flashlight over there. We actually came to Camp Alaska's around the corner there. We made it in one piece. I am keeping my fingers crossed. This is a multi-day camping trip, by the way, so I don't want to say yay, it's all good, because we haven't gotten back home. So my measure of success is if all these camping days we did okay and we get home, everything is all good. So hey guys, good morning. So a lot of things that could be improved and some stuff that we forgot. Sorry, the sun is shining out there. So first of all, the GoPro, I'm having a hard time because I don't have a selfie stick with me, because typically the tripod for the GoPro and the GoPro being, you know, typically we just use the GoPro to film everything, but because the GoPro refused to work in cold conditions, it's 2 degrees right now and it just won't turn on. I have full batteries, I have a bunch of them, and it just won't turn on. If I am to keep recording YouTube videos, I need to be in warmer climates. Otherwise, there's no YouTube videos in cold weather. It won't turn on, I swear. And it's a Hero 8. We forgot to bring the most important thing, and that's helmets.
And extra fuel.
And extra fuel, yep.
The generator used a lot more gas last night than we were expecting. The trailer worked great overall, but we forgot extra gas, and so this morning we woke up to no electricity and no heat.
Good thing our sleeping bags are adequate, and I think having 3 dogs in the camper kept it warmer than normal. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not quite sure. We're gonna have breakfast right now. Just we have coffees, so that's keeping us a little bit sane. I was disappointing. He was ready to go check out the campsite, and he's like,
I had the bike on and everything warmed up.
He's like, where's the helmets? And I'm like, it's not there. Because we went riding a couple days ago and we forgot to put the helmets back in the truck. So there you go. I guess this trip is gonna be hiking trip and finding out how we can better improve this camper. Breakfast for today is granola with blueberries and almond milk. We're gonna try to find a campsite tonight. We're like right by the side of the road. I couldn't show you guys yesterday.
Oh, it's actually fairly beautiful out here.
We're right by the outside of the road. But look, there's snow everywhere. And that's so disappointing. I really wanted to ride. I'm so disappointed.
We found a nice, neat little nook to hide the generator down in. It's by this enormous boulder, so actually we didn't hear it last night.
Yeah,
which is great.
it was pretty quiet.
There's a pretty sheer cliff right over here, actually.
We're right by the cliff, basically. No motorcycle. I'm still kind of disappointed. We're gonna go have finish our breakfast and then find another campsite.
Oh, it actually turned out to be a pretty decent day.
Yeah. So guess what, guys? The GoPro is working again because it warmed up. It's I haven't checked, but I think it's definitely not 2 degrees anymore. We found this camping area. It looks like it's dispersed, so we don't have to pay a fee. And the dogs are sort of free roaming. Alaska's tied to Callie, otherwise she will definitely run away if she's by herself. So I'm gonna go make lunch while Kyle is unloading the bikes, because our setup right now, it requires him to unload the bikes first before we can actually put our sleeping system in there. Alright, so I think another modification we plan to do here is maybe put a loft instead. And instead of bringing crates, we're, like we talked about, probably doing a cargo net instead. And up here, there's ample space to actually have a loft so that both of us are on top of the dogs and not one. The bunk bed setup, you know, you have to, one person is all the way down low, and then the dogs are very, very active at night. They're very nocturnal dogs, so it would be better if we're actually up top here. And I'm gonna step back and show you guys, there's actually ample room. The only takeaway, the only caveat here is that if we do have a loft up top, we're gonna have to, in order to get in, first of all, for the dirt bikes, Kyle has to convert his to foldable mirrors like mine. And for the BMWs, we're gonna have to install brackets like these. These brackets actually has to be mounted higher because the slats, these slats right now, these are too short for the BMWs. They're too tall if we ever bring them. And we're gonna have to measure the tallest point of the BMW, not including the windshield, because if we ever bring those bikes, we're gonna have to remove the windshield to fit them through here. That way we can keep the loft and not have to move the bikes out. I think it would be nice to not have to move the bikes out every time we're setting up for camp. So right now we don't have enough slats to do that loft thing that I'm talking about. We don't have enough, the setup is not there because we're out here right now in the forest, but that's the plan for revision actually. So we'll see how that works. Yeah, we're learning this as we go. Actually, yeah, there's no how do I say this? Not a lot of people do this. When they do a conversion, it's never with the bikes, it's never this small. It's like, this is like one of a kind, to be honest. I haven't seen one that's like this on YouTube. So very unique. I hear some four-wheelers in the background because that past that gate back there, I don't think I showed you guys, but we're close to the road again. It's hard to go far beyond with the trailer, and also a lot of roads are closed because it's still snow. Yeah, it's such a shame that we forgot our helmets. Maybe we can explore without helmets. Wow. I think the last time I rode without a helmet was in the Philippines. We definitely won't go fast, or or we won't go onto the actual road because you'll also get a ticket for not wearing a helmet if we even ride our bikes. But it's such a shame because we're here for a few days. We brought the bikes. We can't ride the bikes because we have no helmets. I guess it's forcing us to exercise by actually hiking. So for today, lunch, we're gonna have lasagna. This is actually the first time that we're taking both bikes and the dogs with us and did this kind of camping. So actually this is very challenging because we're used to moto camping and just thinking about ourselves, and right now we're like babysitting basically. It's like having 3 kids with you and then you can't really have fun because you didn't bring helmets. It's the worst type of thing ever. Here's Kyle.
We learned some lessons last night. One is that the bed needs to go on that side over there, so I'm moving all the hooks over to this side to give us a little bit extra room.
And the reason why the beds need to go there is because this door is the one that closes first. So it closes first, and every time you open it, this has to open last. And if you put the bed here, there'd be like barely any walkway to get out. Because once again, this trailer is only 8 feet and Kyle is 6'1". So you see, there's not much room to work with. Had like less than 6 hours of sleep. Kyle didn't really sleep because the dogs were kind of trying to nuzzle with him because he's lower on the ground. And that's why I thought that platform idea might be a better revision.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited for that. I kept getting hit in the face with doggy tails last night and doggy noses, which is not a bad thing, but you know, trying to get some sleep.
So, because the lasagna might not be enough, but since we're just kind of chilling, I figured, what's in that fridge? And I found some salad stuff. So I'm cutting up some tomatoes and making a salad as a second dish. And we also brought some wine, so I opened the bottle. And because we are not traveling on motorcycles, I figured this would be a luxury. And look what we have. Stemless wine glasses. I'm just hoping the dogs don't knock it over because our dogs are still pretty young. I think the oldest one is like 4 years old, and Washington, the big Belgian Malinois, he's only not even 2 years old, I think. They're all adopted, so we don't really know their real age, but those are the guesstimated ages. But here's that wine glass. It won't fit through the, what do you call that? That thing, the cup holder that comes with this camping table. It won't fit, so I'm just kind of resting it there, and I'm not gonna pour any wine there until Kyle is ready, because I think it'll be a disaster once both of us are near the food. I'm pretty sure the dogs are gonna want to join us, and it's gonna be a disaster. But we'll try our best. This is first time doing this. Okay, I'll give you guys a tour of the table. Over here we have a selection of cheese, our salad, which we will put some chimichurri dressing as needed, and we have here some sort of dessert, which is walnuts, I think, and something we got from the grocery store along with these cheeses. I don't remember what they are. But that's blue cheese, some sort of soft cheese. This is really good. I don't remember. This is cheddar cheese, which is also good. And once again, our 2015 Barolo, which is also should be good, I think, I hope. And since it's Italian, lasagna's Italian, and pretty much having some sort of Italian meal right now. I'm gonna have to up my game next time we moto camp and see if I could do this same deal. I think if we're doing overnight only, I can. But every time we moto camp, it's not just overnight, so it's hard to. And we don't have fridge, and we never we go to camp to practice off-roading. We don't really go and then sleep and then go to town, because when we go to town, when we camp, it's always dispersed camping, and dispersed camping is really, really far from town. And when we go off-roading, it's also far from town, and it's really hard to get up, eat, and pack up, and then go to town to get something, and then go back to camp. It's like, it doesn't make sense when, it just doesn't make sense when we do it. It's like, why? So we spent the time just riding, so it's, yeah. I'm gonna go tell Kyle that lunch is ready. Bon appetit. I never showed you guys the lasagna. There it is. It's pretty good. So far, so good. Everything tastes good.
It's delicious. What wine is this?
2015 Barolo. Well, we've certainly learned a lot of what we can do to improve that camper.
Yeah.
to fit our purpose, basically. We don't want to bore you guys with all this talk. There's not gonna be motorcycles in this trip at all. So instead of dragging it on, I think we're just gonna end it now because there's no exciting footage to show you guys other than us camping and hiking, and you know, I don't think it would be exciting at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also don't forget to leave comments in the comment section below.
I love reading them. Always interesting.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add?
We'll see you next time with the motorcycles, we promise.
We'll see you next time when we actually remember to bring our helmets. See you on the next one. Bye. Ride safe.